It's in the game.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
A nice little juke. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to look to throw right away. And Thomas has it. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Smith. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
Watch the motion, watch the motion. There we go, sit on. Come shot. You're gonna sit hot. Come shot.
Play action. It's Smith. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
There we go, sit on. Hey, stay with him, stay with him.
They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, it's Brady. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Ready.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Now Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game, 1st and 15.
Check, go.
Now Brady. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and a yard.
Set. Hut, hut.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. This is Fant on the short completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We moved. Here we go. Bam. Oh, we'll take that. That's first down.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lion. Ready.
They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Set. Hop, go.
Brady now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to...
Good girl. Good girl. Come on, your mamas. Yeah. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Oh. Good boy. Lux. Lux. Thank you for coming back in here, Lexi. Really good girl. Good dog. Good boys. Good boy. Good dogs. Yeah. Good dogs.
football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
They're out there and probably scaring you, huh? Okay.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it here with Dickerson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Who's that?
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Who's that?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
No,
but when he
look.
can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
60 Eagles, 60.
Inside give to Dickerson. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Just lay down. You okay? You okay?
Ready? 60. Ready.
Brady. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Noah Fant from 3 yards out. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
You're such a good boy.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Lux, get over here. Hi, Mamas, you okay?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
There we go, Sonora.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Now it's Smith.
Wait. I'm on mute. See here what they can.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Green light, set. Top set. Ringo.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, here we go, hey. Green light, set.
Hold on. I have to...
Throwing now is Geno. Under pressure, they got him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
70 Timberwolf. Get up.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
Okay, Brand.
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Set, ready, set, go.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ready.
2nd down and 4.
Ready, ready, go.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Brady to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Okay, ready.
2nd and 5.
Set up. Hut, hut.
Now Brady. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
A good pickup there, a 22. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting, pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Ready, ready, ready.
Dickerson on the handoff. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Eric Dickerson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Miami set to take over. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Smith now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Smith throwing again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Smith. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Smith. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So with that...
Yeah. Oh, she was talking to... I have the 3 dogs with me. Alright, bye. You okay? You okay?
We can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Brady going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
What's wrong? They're not.
Now second and 5.
Let's go now. Get up.
To throw, it's Brady. That's caught over the middle by Fant. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hold the ready. Here we go. Here we ready.
A carry for Dickerson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hold on. Hold on. You go and check, okay? Go check. Hold on, check. Hold on.
Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's the Fridge, William Perry, putting the quarterback on ice as he gets in to record the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Here's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, "Hurry, hurry," to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Escapes the defender. Still fighting. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Dickerson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fielded at about the 28. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
No, not yet. Okay.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Wilson gonna throw right away. Rolling to the left. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage.
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And the Lions have come up with the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time, they'll be led out by an all-time great. The man who's won 7 Super Bowl titles and the leading passer in NFL history. Here is Tom Brady.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Now Brady. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. Get up.
To the air is Brady. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down straight ahead.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Deebo Samuel gonna get a chance to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back set to go once more. They fumbled it away on that opening possession. Fortunate, it only led to a field goal, so they're in a 3-0 hole as they start this drive. 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Lions have come up with the football.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Now a give up the middle. And he's in! Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Detroit. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. A Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Wilson now, off the bootleg. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, big hole left side. And he's gonna score. He takes it back on the punt return. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. And they get the great bonus of scoring on special teams. This time, the punt return unit, able to put 6 up on the board.
And what we see here, Mike, is just a breakdown in the coverage. They talk all week about fanning the field, controlling the returner, keeping them on your inside arm. In this case, 2 guys get stacked behind each other. They leave just enough space for this returner to operate in, and the next thing you know, they're looking at him in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Samuel, gonna see what he can do. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. Now it's Wilson. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
The Lions offense ready to take over once again. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10.
On the double. Down. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
This drive will start on the ground. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Shot. Hup.
Here's Brady. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Set. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
A handoff here, up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
All day, baby, all day.
So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
One-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Okay, break. Here we go. Here we ready, right?
Brady set to throw. Quick throw taken in. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far, and I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and it comes here in the 3rd quarter.
Set. Ready.
To throw, it's Brady. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
3rd and a yard.
Ready, ready.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that 1st down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set, go.
Brady to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 17 yards that time for number 17.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Sit. No. Sit. No. Sit. Sit. Lux. Sit. Good boy. Good girl, Lexi. Lexi, sit. Lux, sit. Get the first one. Lexi, good girl. Mushu, sit. Mushu, listen, or no treat. Sit, Mushu. Good boy. Yeah, it comes helpful when I have these treats for you guys, huh? You guys listen very good and come over here. Oh, you want, oh, you want one of those salmons? Well, you know what? You guys listen again for one of them.
Probably see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Spread it in between.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I'm coming.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal.
Wait, what?
And anytime you have a long drive going, you'd hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up first and goal.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Here we go, set. 19, hut, hut.
They'll go with him again. And he will get into the end zone. Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
Yeah?
Good drive.
I just
They
walked
kept
in
the ball,
there.
Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the
Oh,
touchdown.
I thought you saw
So
me.
often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to
I was talking
settle
to
for
the
a field goal.
dogs.
But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Welcome.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Lions are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. LeBear's offense ready to come back out for this next possession.
All right, after this
They
game,
trail
I'm going
here
to get
late.
off.
Hoping to put
But,
something, anything on the board before
okay,
they
so
get out of here. Gonna
one
start
of
this
my
drive, first and 10.
Subscribers.
And he's brought
Agreed to the
down after a
Packers.
gain of a couple.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Now Russ. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, here's Wilson. This one intercepted. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal. Up the middle they go. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Gonna start this drive, 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
On 2nd down. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. To Marcus Ware. In there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down, so it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Lions.
Before I get off, I'm gonna get the jerseys. I went to the wrong one. It's all the way in the bottom. Wait, what? There's a 91. Maybe I could get this guy. Let's see here. It doesn't matter who I get, because wait. Wright is better than that guy. Wright is better than Fox. 101. Then I'm gonna keep him, dude. I gotta keep him. That's cool. Let's see, flashback. Alright, then. A 95 overall team builders division hero. Let's open this up. I could sell them, or I could, hold on, let's see. A 95 punter instead of the 90. Tackle. So if I get, hold on. The kicker is not have a better kicker and a better punter. I was gonna. Oh, yeah, that's cool. So 91 team builder. I don't think I need this one though, but Let's see. Dax. I don't think any of these guys are better than who I have. Alright, yeah, I don't think any of them. I'm just gonna quick sell this dude. I get the base stadium. Get the base light uniform, and then get the base dark uniform. And then I kind of want a base defense playbook, and then a base alternate, and same with offense. Base offense playbook, and base or alternate. Let's do that. There you go. So we got everything base, stadium. The coach is gonna always be Dan Campbell anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, I got stuff to open up. Let's see here. Yeah, we have stuff to open up. I'm getting back. Alright, I'm gonna get off, guys. Make sure to hit that follow. It can be the Green Bay Packers because the kid wanted me to use the Green Bay Packers.